it is or what it is, you don't know the name, check the motherfucking chain, man. That boy Big Jig, what it do? So that's what I want to talk about real quick for a few minutes. You dig? Why is it that people want to get in this music business, right? But act like they don't understand that this is a business and it costs money. So with that being said, um, if it's a business and it costs money, why don't you feel like you need some kind of funding? And instead of sitting around waiting on somebody else to fund your shit, you can fund it your own self by either having a legit hustle or a job. But I realized when I was talking to this one cat one day, he was trying to, do some shit in the music business. He wanted to get in it, right? He was pretty talented, but he didn't have no kind of financial support. So he wanted to live this facade of making people think that he was balling and he was getting money. Oh yeah, kicking Major Flavor in the building. What it do, nephew? I see you. Charlie Global, what's happening? Global Game, make sure y'all go get that merch too, man. Real shit. But like I was saying, right? It was a cat that I met, and he was acting like he had talent, but even with him having talent, right? He didn't have no financial bag. Because let's be honest, man, most of the people with talent is the ones that don't, and the people that don't got the talent is the ones that had the money. As backwards as that sounds, it's the truth, right? So, with that being said, when I met this cat, he was super talented, but he, in his mind, his mind frame, he felt like being talented is all he had to do. And I'm like, nah, man, you're gonna have to do more than just be talented, man. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be more than just being talented. You feel me? Like, it's a business at the end of the day. People gotta understand this ain't just music, it's the music business. Anytime it's business involved, it's you transferring transactions, right? But if you ain't got no money to transact with, then how you making any transactions, right? So when I was talking to the cat, he was so arrogant. He was so fucking arrogant about being, go to 75 something. He was so arrogant about being so talented that he felt like, oh man, I can rap, I can do music, I can do this, I can do that, and he don't have to do nothing else but know how to do the shit. I had to tell him, I said, bro, what's your budget? He looked at me like I was crazy. I was like, okay, so you got talent. I heard your talent. You pretty talented, but I'm like, still, you do understand you need a budget, right? He's like, man, I feel like somebody will pick me up, 75 something. I feel like somebody will pick me up, man. I said, well, look, man, you have to have some money to put behind yourself, though, right? And he just was going on and on about it. And then I ran into him again, like maybe a year later, and guess what? He was in the same fucking boat that he was in when I met him. And guess what he was doing still? He was still saying the same shit. Hey, appreciate that, D. Nail, what up? Robert Jr., what up? He was in the same boat he was when I seen him a year ago. You understand what I'm saying? Same fucking boat, man. And when I seen him, I'm looking at him, I'm telling him, I said, bro, how everything going with your shit? Of course, he trying to cap to me, oh yeah, man, everything cool, blah, blah. And I'm like, all right. I'm like, so I got to ask him a question. Hey, you been doing the shows? You been on tours? You been, like, what you done did? How your marketing and promoting going? Oh yeah, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm doing a little something. I said, what's a little something? He couldn't answer. He couldn't give me a direct answer. So by him not being able to give me a direct answer, I knew that was bullshit, right? So once again, I told him, I left him with some gems, like, hey man, do this, bro. This is what you need to do. You got to get you some financial support, but behind your situation, because I would hate to see somebody with talent that don't go nowhere. So he was like, no, I'm good, I'm good. Okay, boom. So now, about a year and a half go by, I ain't see him, and he pops up at one of my events, right? And I'm walking out, and I'm about to leave the building, and I feel somebody like kind of grab me, like, what up, Jig? Touch me. I'm like, yo, what's up? And I'm like, oh, what's up, homie? He's like, hey, what's up? I said, yeah, what you got going on? Oh man, yeah, not really nothing, you know what I'm saying? I'm just chilling, I just want to come support. I said, I appreciate that. So I asked him again, what was going on. You know what I'm saying? And he was like, thank you, Neil, I appreciate it. And he said, basically saying the same thing, man. But this time, that make like 2.5 years that went by. I just pulled him to the side, talked to him again for about an hour, and told him, bro, look, bro, it's been 2.5 years. You still in the same lane doing nothing, bro. I'm like, when you gonna understand that this business, man, you have to be able to support it. This not a business that you can just be in and feel like you can't support the business, man. You understand what I'm saying? And a lot of people be really in their mind thinking that, oh man, I can sing or I can rap. I got the look, I got the swag. But at the end of the day, man, this is a business, so you can't expect people to just break their neck and spend their hard-earned money on you, unless they feel like they believe in you that much that you become an investment for them. Other than that, ain't nobody finna spend their hard-earned money like that, not on you. You feel me? So I had to let him know that. I'm like, look, man, you gotta have some way to financial support it, right? So then I asked him about whether you got a hustle, you got a side hustle, you got a job. When I said something about the hustling, he ain't said nothing really. When I said something about a job, you should have seen the man. The man frowned up at me like, man, fuck you mean, man? I should be doing it. I said, okay, you probably should be doing that, but you're not. So what is you gonna do to help support the situation now? Because you can't just jump out here and keep doing this and don't have no way to support it. So he nailed with me about him getting a job, man. He didn't want to get no job, and I can't understand that. Don't never think. I say this to say that. Don't ever think that you too good to do anything. If you gotta work a job, you gotta flip some burgers, you gotta sell some socks, whatever you gotta do to help push you to the next level or investing in yourself, because that's what make me want to help people when I see them helping themselves. You understand what I'm saying? I hate when people be complaining about nobody support them, but then when you ask the question of if what you doing, then it's like you ain't really doing much, but you think everybody else is supposed to support you. So my question to you is, at that point is, if you're not supporting you, then why should the next person support you? You understand what I'm saying? That's what people gotta understand. If you're not doing nothing to support your damn self, why am I supposed to step down, 10 toes down, and support you, man? You understand what I'm saying? At the game, at the misconception of thinking that this shit is based upon talent. It's not. It's based upon business. People become rich in the entertainment business because of business, not because of they good. Because at the end of the day, if you got the money, if I got the money, I can go find me somebody that's good. It's not based on good. It's based on business. And it's a lot of artists that feel like in their mind, man, I'm better than Soulja Boy. I'm better than Blueface. But guess what? They business might have just been a little more on point than yours. And that's what people don't understand. This is a business, man. It's not about you being the best rapper alive. This ain't about who got the best bars. This ain't about none of that. It's an enhancement, and it's great that if you got talent, right? But this ain't about just talent, man. This is about business. Real talk. And that's what people gotta understand. That's what this shit really about, man. It's about business. Like and subscribe, man. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Leave a comment, you know what I'm saying? All that good shit. I'm just trying to give people some real, man, real gems, you know what I'm saying? Because I see it so much, man. These cats be out here going out the world backwards. Not understanding that, man, this is more than what you think it is, man. You feel me? It's more than what you think it is, man. This 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 is just not about, you know, this is just not about you knowing how to make music or you know how to make beats. This is about doing great business. You understand me? And a lot of people that have talent, they have good opportunities to do good business with people that can really help them, but they rather not do it because why? Man, I ain't finna pay $25. Man, I ain't about to pay $20. Man, I ain't about to pay $100. But guess what? If you knew in your mind or you believed in yourself enough to be like, man, if I pay this, what if I pay this $100? It might change my life. What if I pay this $20? It might change my life. Feel me? You got to be uh, uh, understanding enough to understand that, okay, look, man, this is an opportunity that I might need to jump on because this might change my everything. But a lot of people don't want to do that, man. People so cheap acting, and they don't want to do certain shit because they feel like, man, you know, I'm too good to have to do this. I'm too good to have to do that. Nobody's too good to have to do that, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I do understand that people be out here money grabbing and everything seems like a money grab, but some of this shit, some of these platforms is legit. Not everything is a money grab, right? Some of these platforms be legit, man. It's just not all of them. You just gotta pick and choose, you know what I'm saying, which ones is beneficial. But don't think a person owe you nothing. People work hard. People build their platform like me. I built my platform on Instagram. I built my platform, you know what I'm saying, period. So it's like you can't expect for me to break my neck to let you in my network of people that I've been networked with for over 20 years for free. But that's what a lot of people be really thinking. They be thinking, man, you know, should I supposed to get this be in this network. That's not true, man. And for those that keep thinking that, man, stop thinking that, man, because that's not the deal. You feel me? That's not what's up. That's not the truth. That's a backwards way of thinking about shit. You know what I mean? You can't want somebody to support you and you get in business with them for them to help you. You understand? I do understand that people be scamming, but I'm starting to think that a lot of artists who either don't got no money or don't want to spend no money is using escape to be like, damn, man, everybody ain't scamming, bro. Everybody ain't gonna die without your $20 or your $25. But if somebody got a platform and they make it affordable to help you, you should be trying to dive on them platforms. You know what I'm saying? So I just wish artists get their mind right and quit thinking that, you know, thinking shit that ain't real, man, or thinking shit that's not, you know, that's not. Quit being delusional about certain stuff. You feel me? If you want to win, you gotta spend. You hear it from me. If you want to win, spend. It's just what it is. You know? You got to jump in the game. You got to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be your own coach. Put yourself in the game. And you put yourself in the game by investing. That's how you want to, if you want to put yourself in the game, that's how you put yourself in the game, by investing, man. If you want to win, you got to spend. Quit thinking that people owe you shit, man. Nobody don't owe you nothing, man. For real. Nobody owes you nothing. They go for ladies too. It don't matter how fine you is. That body might be banging. That little cootie coo might be super good, but that ain't got nothing to do with business. Unless somebody transactionally making a business proposition with you, like, you give me some of the cootie coo, I'll give you some money. And that's different. Other than that, don't try to solicit yourself and try to think that that's going to take you to the top, because it's not. You're just going to be another notch under somebody else's belt. And fellas, quit thinking because you got hard bars, you know, you might be a little Rico Suave, that people are gonna do shit for you like that. They're not, bro. They're not. You gotta want it yourself. You gotta want it yourself bad enough too. You feel me? You can't, you know, I hate to see that with people, man, but you can't be like that, man. You gotta want to spend money yourself too, man. You can't just be feeling like, oh man, this person's supposed to do it, and all that shit because they not supposed to do nothing, man. A person don't have to do nothing that they don't want to do. Let's make that clear. You understand what I'm saying? Really, the only thing in life that you have to do, or that's going to stay the way, is you gonna be the race you is, and the person you is, as far as age wise or whatever. Other than that, and you gonna die. Them is the guaranteed things in life. Feel me? So I just get tired of seeing that, man. I really want everybody to win, but the only way you gonna win is you gotta get your mind. You gotta turn your mind into thinking like a boss. You gotta turn your mind into, okay, well, cool. Let me not focus so much on the drama and the messy shit, and let me focus on business shit. Because guess what? While you sitting around there being messy and on some bullshit, you got somebody off to the side. They caught up in doing good business. So they over here winning while your ass over here on some other shit. Feel what I'm saying? That's what we got to do, man. We got to do better. We got to do better, y'all. We got to do better, man. You feel me? We got to do better. Have to. You know what I'm saying? Because I really want to see people win. I don't want to see people not win. You feel me? Like, real talk, real spill. I don't want to see people not win. That's a fact. So, that's what I want to talk about, man, because people do so much of focusing on and putting their energy toward the wrong shit. I said that, right there. People do so much focusing on the wrong shit. You understand?
I get over to the next one?
Yeah, you should be able to, yeah. So, people do so much of thinking that, not just necessarily always thinking about the wrong shit, but thinking that it's something about them so great that money gonna fall down, or something about them that's so great that somebody gonna spend their bread. Let me bust your bubble a little bit, right? The thing about it is this, man. The thing about reality of life is everybody is replaceable. The only thing ain't replaceable is God, bro. Everybody is replaceable. So when you get to walking around here thinking you the best rapper, you the best female, you the best person, listen. Or in that situation that's better than you. Don't ever think that something about you that's just so great that you can't be replaced. Man, everybody can be replaced, man. It's a real arrogant spirit to even feel like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never feel like I'm the best ever at anything, because I know that God can replace me and put somebody here that's 10 times better than me. You know what I'm saying? So we got to quit thinking that. We got to quit walking around here feeling like, oh, we can't be replaced. Yes, you can be replaced now. Understand that. I promise you can be replaced. Real deal, holy feel. You hear me? You can be replaced, man. It's a fact. Please know that.